Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your May 2018 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead. And you get so much this month, Aquarius, through understanding how to use your energy, how much to use when. It feels like this month is truly a gift from the universe. You have Ace of Pentacles in your reading, the Sun, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, lots of gifts or rewarding type of energy, lots of sort of coming to a place where you are, revisiting how far you've come, how far you have to go, sort of a strategic type of energy I feel coming forward for you this month, while at the same time a lack of progression or not that much forward motion, which can be difficult to kind of connect. You kind of feel like you are accomplishing a lot when you are moving forward really quickly, moving upward really quickly. But a lot of your accomplishment and gift from the universe, Aquarius, truly comes from being more still, being more connected to who you are, being more reflective even, which I wouldn't really recommend for many other signs this month. It's not really the best time for most to be too past-oriented or reflective. I feel that Aquarius and Scorpio have to have it a bit this month, but especially you have the Four of Swords, the Chariot reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, lots of energies talking about really being careful about moving too quickly or about forcing yourself into any type of situation. What does it take for you to become productive? What cycles have you had to kind of difficultly implement in order to accomplish what is put out in front of you? It feels like where your energy is coming from, your energy source right now, is a bit fragile and so important to not push it too hard. Something that I feel is so important for Aquarius in May is to realize what you actually want. I've talked about this for a while with you guys, but you can sometimes get really hooked into patterns and progression cycles that don't really return anything to you. It's really easy for Aquarius to get to that higher ground, to get into that Seven of Wands type of place, just to find yourself really disconnected from people that you've known in the past and disconnected from what it is you thought this would be. I do sense a bit of disorienting type of energy, like a bit of dizziness or a bit of even paranoia type of energy, perhaps even in people around you. It's hard to know who's on your side. It's hard to know the direction of things in general. It feels actually very linear, not necessarily like you're having to go from one place to another backwards and forwards to make progress. There is a very linear path, but for some reason you're not going down it, you're kind of stopping, but it's something that's rewarding. That's the image that I see. It's a very linear, easy path to go down, but something within you that does not want to go down this path, yet will still end up at the other side through being more still right now, if that makes sense. Apply that how you can. Definitely take some time back to rest. I know that I have personally been very tired and have had to really map out my energy in a much more Aquarian way, and I've learned a lot about Aquarius energy. It's interesting how you guys use energy so much differently than any other zodiac sign. I don't want to call it robotic or almost computer-like, but you guys really do know how, at an innate level, to not be working when your battery isn't charged. Take your cell phone or your computer or something. If the battery's not charged, it doesn't turn on. Aquarius is similar in this nature as well. If the energy isn't there, you're not going to be activated. Whereas the other signs, it's like they can run on the empty gas tank, they can run without power, but it's a very destructive issue, whereas Aquarius knows when there's no charge. So really think about that. Think about where your charge is coming from. Have you been tempted to run without any kind of charge? Have you been tempted to run and move forward without having any type of really strong energy to motivate on? It's a very foundational month. Three of Pentacles, you're building up from the ground. You are, I want to say also, for some of you who are business people hiring new people, it feels like really meeting a lot of new people, which is beautiful, with the Sun and the Chariot, and Nine of Pentacles, really magnetizing a lot of people and really becoming quick in your turnover of people, which is good for Aquarius. Jupiter is still retrograde in Scorpio. For some of you, that's going to be hitting you quite hard. Try to not get too connected to people or too connected to things which are too traditional. This isn't so hard for Aquarius. You're probably one of the least traditional signs. But there is an urge to be there. There is an urge to be like that white picket fence experience. I don't feel it really coming forward for Aquarius right now. I don't feel it really coming forward for anybody with this Jupiter retrograde in Scorpio. For those of you who've had it before the Jupiter retrograde, so like before March, and like already had that developed and there, it can stay, but it's not really a good time to really be like pushing to get somewhere or to achieve something or to have this type of life, just because things can really show you the negative side of themselves during this time. And so, for example, you can like get married and you can get like the white picket fence house, but you can really see how this is like a problem and the side of it which is not nice. So try to not really generate anything right now which is too overwhelming, too overbearing, too huge, unless it's already there, you know, because it's very easy just to see the problems with all the structures which are built. So anyway, I want to get into your week to week Aquarius. Week number 1, 7 of Pentacles, rooted down by the Sun reversed. Really looking at where you've been, where you've come. The past is active, but you're right out of it by the time this week ends. Look at your investments, look at where your money is, look at where your energy is, even more importantly. Look at where your possessions are. There could be, it seems like locations and where things have been placed is very healing for you to understand. It feels like Aquarius is disoriented because you don't really know where you're placed or where you're at, where your things are at. So really take some time to do some inventory, energetically or physical, and let that be like a relaxation type of process for you. With the Sun reversed, it feels like this is uncontrollable, or it feels like there are secrets or lies or hidden aspects of life. Like there's not light, there's not illumination with the Sun reversed on these types of location energies, which is an interesting thing to think about. Obviously, this could mean a move coming. This could mean you really wanting to get away from your current environment. Also, it could suggest a bit of infertility as well. The Sun, especially upright, is really strong, fertile energy. And with 7 of Pentacles too, which is a pretty fertile type of energy, a lot of you could just have issues regarding fertility. That doesn't necessarily mean childbirth. It can mean, you know, like creative power and the next business steps that you're going through as well. Don't demand it from yourself. Let things just slide through this period of time. Let things go. Understand where things are, but don't necessarily try to alter that. Week number 2, Ace of Pentacles, rooted down by 3 of Pentacles. Such a Pentacles month for you guys. So big money changes could be happening. I sense 90% of you, it's very positive. You are changing your budget or changing your philosophy of money, I feel, with those 2 cards together, and starting over in a way. So some of you have quit the job and are in that in-between phase and are about to be given the next job. Some of you have started the new business. There is a very new way of making money, and this is important. I feel that this is very important for all the fixed signs. Like old, outworn ways of having generated stability can be very disorienting for a lot of the fixed signs, with the Jupiter retrograde happening right now, and Saturn retrograde as well, and Pluto. It's such a retrograde year, 2018, so everything that's gone backwards or everything that's kind of related to the past or an old version gets so activated, but not in a way that you can really use it. And for what reason that is, I'm still trying to understand. But for you, Aquarius, in the middle of May, you have to be careful about needing to go too quickly. I do see the image of someone like getting up way too fast and like trying to go somewhere really quickly, but because the blood rushes to their head, they have to like stop, and they end up getting there more slowly than if they would have just done it in a more succinct, slow type of fashion. So the Chariot reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, both of those are like halt, slow down, don't go too fast, because you can burn out. Like this is like, the burnout hasn't happened for a lot of you. For some of you, maybe with like the Sagittarius or Capricorn or Scorpio energy, the burnout may have already started to happen. But if you try to push too hard, I feel in this month of May, specifically in like the middle of May, and into that 3rd week with the 7 of Wands, you're down by Knight of Swords reversed. If you're pushing too hard and making yourself do things just to like, you know, get the bonus, get the promotion, you know, profit a little bit more with the business, it's hard. It really pulls back from what you make in the future, and can, I feel, also impact your health too as you move into the 4th week with 9 of Pentacles rooted down by 4 of Swords. You're having to rest from something, and it's a beautiful rest. For some of you, like, make sure you're using the hand sanitizer, make sure you're resting enough. It does feel like you can get just a little bit ill during that time, or just have a very nice retreat, a very nice massage or sauna, you are thriving in your environment through rest. It feels that even if there's an illness or even if there is a difficult time, you actually enjoy this process because you see what you can no longer do when you're functioning at a higher level. Because sometimes when we're vibrating at a very high level, we can do things which aren't actually right for us because we just have that excess energy. But when you're ill and that vibration sinks down, you really start to see what works for you and what doesn't. So this is the beauty of that type of energy for you. You know, for those of you who've like, I don't know what I want to do, I don't know where I see myself, I think the 4th week of May truly gives you a much clearer vision of what is authentic to you. With the Chariot reversed as your central theme, it's hard to maybe not have as much speed. You can be a very quick sign. You're obviously an air sign. You're fixed air, so you get very fixated on that air-like movement. And to be halted or stuck is not comfortable for you, but you still function. I mean, obviously there's air, like it's oxygen. You know, you function regardless of what pace you have. So remember that as Aquarius. This is a major gift that all the air signs have, is being able to adapt to speed in life. And even if things aren't moving as quickly as you want them to, you're still there and you still work. Not all the signs are this way. Like the fire signs, for example, there have to be like very specific, nice environment for fire to thrive. You cut the air, you lose the fire. Whereas the air element just kind of does exist everywhere. Hone in on that ability and remember that you will thrive in whichever environment finds itself around you, but your fixed nature sometimes does make you think otherwise. Anyway, Aquarius, it's a beautiful month to pull back, a beautiful month to rebuild, and a beautiful month to understand new ways that don't have to be that grand, don't have to be this huge purpose, ambition thing, but sort of contribute to it in the future, find that middle ground. Anyway, I've so enjoyed giving this reading to you guys. If it resonated, I would so appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel or like and comment on this video. That would be wonderful. I am on Patreon. You can check the description box below. I do a lot of exclusive stuff there. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll be so looking forward to reading for you guys next time. Much love. Bye.